everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie and today I'm filming a budget video. I am restarting my budget. If you've been watching me guys, I stopped making videos in July. A lot of things happened, and if you watched my old videos, you knew that I was saving for a down payment on a house and I lived with my parents, so I didn't really have many expenses when it came to my budget. But fast forward to now, I am now living on my own with two other roommates. So I am now taking on more expenses, and the videos that you'll see from now on are a different kind of budgeting video. I use the Budget Mom system. I use her workbooks. I use the envelopes, everything. So what I do is that I buy her printable workbook. I print it out and I hole punch them and I put them into a happy planner system. Today we're going to restructure a new budget. I'm going to make my new envelopes, and then I also bought the Saffiano Filofax compact wallet system, and I'm going to set that up today too. I'll probably start my November budget in a different video, so today is more like a setting up type of video. So I print this out in black and white, and I like her first few pages as a guide to start your budget. So your financial plan goal worksheet, we're gonna fill this out. And then membership and subscriptions, reminder worksheet, yearly saving goals and events. And then we jump right into the months. So I only printed out November and December. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fill these out first and hole punch them and then put them in. And then we'll move on to setting up my envelopes. Oh, and then I did print out her printables. I think I bought this whole thing for $5.99, but I mean, I have it forever. And I mainly wanted the template for these horizontal envelopes so I can make more in the future. And then I got this from her free resource library. They're just printable trackers, expense trackers. And I don't have a printer currently, so I printed these at Office Depot. This is cardstock for the trackers, and then I printed the envelopes on 28-pound paper. And this is what the Budget Mom recommended in her tutorial on how she makes these envelopes, so I went ahead and did the same thing. So let's get into my financial plan. I think the first thing I need to do is just the most basic thing to start a budget. Figure out what your expenses are, figure out what your income is, and work with those numbers. So I already had, and I went to the back of my workbook, and let me find the page. I like to start with all the expenses I know I have to pay, my fixed expenses, right? That's going to be rent, my electric bill, my water, internet, my subscription to Hulu and Spotify, and iCloud. So my expenses monthly, my fixed expenses is $1,242. Then after that, I go into my variable expenses, things that I need, but they fluctuate month to month. Some things I don't have to spend money on. So definitely groceries. I live with my siblings and we help each other. You know, we don't split and say, okay, these are your groceries, you pay for your own. No, we help each other out. So we have a budget of $600 a month for the three of us on groceries, which seems excessive, but I think I just don't want them to starve. So I budget a little bit more for them. So my half is $300. Gas, I budget $100 for myself. And then pet. So my pet is, I have a dog with my boyfriend. Well, we got it together, but the dog lives with him. And I don't really have a lot of pet expenses, but sometimes I like to buy things or help out with the pet expenses. So I'm gonna budget $100 for that a month, which seems excessive. Now that I think about it, I might change that to like $50. And then miscellaneous. My miscellaneous category basically covers any expense that comes up that isn't covered here. And then we have household. Household would cover anything like toilet paper, soap, sponges, any household essentials, okay? And then lastly, oh wait, so my total for that is $600. And then we move on to sinking funds. So this is where I thought of categories that I really want to save for. And I kind of split it up in 3 different parts. So we have car maintenance, car insurance, and renter's insurance. So these I really have to have money for, right? My car insurance is due in March, and I pay about $300 or $400 up front for 6 months. Car maintenance, I don't think I need $500, but I want a cushion just in case something happens. But car maintenance would involve things like oil changes, car washes, new windshield wipers, a detail. And then those are my main 3 sinking funds that I want to have. And then these are just a little more, I guess it's a luxury. I don't really need to save for them, but I think I should because I usually spend money on these things and I have a problem budgeting with these. That would be clothing, Black Friday, gifts, Christmas, and vacation. So for clothing, I don't buy clothes often, but when I do, I like to buy a lot at once and just get the season over with. So I think for this Black Friday, there are a lot of things that I wanted. And so I totaled up and I was like, you know what, $500 seems good. And then gifts would include birthday gifts and just random gifts for people in my life, around $500. And then Christmas, I don't know if I want to have $2,000 for Christmas because that just seems excessive. Growing up, my family never really celebrated Christmas anyways. I mean, we get into the holiday spirit, but there was just never really traditions. So honestly, I might cut that down to like $600. Vacation, okay, when we can start traveling again, I want to go on vacation. So I'm going to have $3,000 saved up. So these amounts that I've picked, it's going to be something that I have these accounts at all the time. You know, I'm going to first work my way up to these amounts and then I'll always try to maintain the balance. Now, the big ones here: emergency fund, checking account cushion, and my brother. So for an emergency fund, I did the calculations on how much a month I need to survive on just like the bare necessities, and I multiplied that by 6. So I would need $10,000. I am currently like a little more than half of the way there to my emergency fund, so I'm going to continue working up to my 10 grand. And then my checking account cushion, I don't like to see my checking account at 0. I'm afraid of overdraft fees. I mean, $40 for an overdraft fee seems ridiculous, you know, and I'm not paying that. So I need to work my way up back to $1,000 checking account cushion. And then because I did move out with my siblings, my brother is still in school and he does not have a career or he isn't working. So, I mean, I don't mind supporting him, but there are expenses that I want to have covered for him. So I'm going to work on saving $5,000 for his expenses. Okay, so I don't really know how I'm going to work these into my budget just yet as far as my sinking funds, but I know for sure for my fixed and variable expenses, I can plan that and work that into my month of budget. I'm going to jump into filling out the financial plan. So everything that we just talked about, my whole overview for my expenses and my sinking funds, I'm going to translate that here. I guess she says short-term goals within 1 year. All of my sinking funds I would like to do in 1 year. So car insurance, I would need $400, and I know I need that by March. So, and then renter's insurance, if I decided to renew another lease, I would need that in September, and that's only like $200. So I need that by September of 2021. I'm going to go ahead and add in my emergency fund. It's going to be $10,000. And I would like to have that by June of 2021. And then my checking account cushion, it needs to always have $1,000. I would like to have that by December 2020. We'll add my brother. I would like to have $5,000 saved up for him. And I would like to have that by, see how fast, what I can do by March 2021. there's no way I'm gonna hit that, but that's just the goal. I'm going to put vacation because vacation is also important to me. I would like to hit 3,000 July. All right, so those are my goals. This next part is going to be the membership and subscription reminder worksheet. I'm not gonna just put membership and subscription reminders. I'm going to put all of my bills on here. And I'm gonna put them in due date order. Now let's get into making and setting up my wallet. Let's first open up the wallet. I've got it off of Amazon. I decided to go with this peony color. And this is what she looks like. Okay. So I'm very excited to set this up. I guess we'll transition into the wallet after I make the envelopes. So let's go ahead and do that first. I just finished, so we have a tracker for each item, and I probably won't write on the envelopes. I'll probably just use the trackers to track my cash spending. And then I wish I could use this today, honestly, but I'll be able to use this next. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and it gives you an insight on how I start the budgeting process from the very beginning. And don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment. Let me guys know what you guys want to see, what you think. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Bye.